Greetings to our wonderful audience. Whether you're a longtime friend, a loyal subscriber, a curious viewer, or simply stumbled upon this video by chance, I'm Jamie, and I'm excited to dive into today's topic with you. But before we get started, our producer had a brilliant idea to give you a little peek behind the curtain and share what this series is all about. So, here's the deal. We're here to showcase the inner workings of our producer's personal worldview. We're going to show you how he pieces together his beliefs and values. And the reason we're doing this is to provide you with a reference point for understanding the worldview we'll be exploring as a whole. Now, let me make a couple of things clear. Firstly, these videos are like a never-ending rabbit hole. Once you start delving into them, you never know where they might take you. Who knows? One of these videos might be the rabbit hole you need in your life right now. But ultimately, that's for you to decide. Secondly, our aim is to give you the building blocks to create your own worldview, rather than trying to impose our ideas on you. We're not about the internet influencer model. We want to empower you to create something that's uniquely yours. Even when we eventually release our manifesto, it's still yours to interpret and redesign as you see fit. That's why our producer believes it's important for you to understand our background in life education so you can fully appreciate the scope of this tour we're taking you on. So, without further ado, today's video is all about the mindset of reality bending. This one we've plucked straight from the transurfing world of Adam Zelland, and we're diving right into his more advanced work. You might be wondering why we chose Zelland over other prominent metaphysical writers and teachers, such as Neville Goddard or Dr. Joe Murphy. Well, the answer is simple. Zelland has the unique ability to not only show you how to bend reality, but also awaken you from the slumber of somnambulism that most people live in. You see, we are all subject to the waking sleep habit programming that is deeply ingrained in our DNA, and Zelland doesn't shy away from this fact. He acknowledges that nature has its own agenda, and if you don't play along, you might find yourself extinct. It's a wake-up call that we all need to hear, and Zelland is the only published author in the reality bending space who respects this truth. In this video, we'll be exploring Tufti the Priestess, one of Zelland's most profound works. One of our new talents, Victoria, will give you an overview of the book, followed by Ryan, who will share the most important points for you to consider. So, get ready to expand your mind and tap into the mechanics of reality bending. Victoria, you have the floor.
Thanks, Jamie, and greetings to the peeps. This is a paraphrased excerpt from Tufti the Priestess. But we Americanize the heck out of it, like we don't give a damn. Because honestly, we really don't give a damn. That's right, folks, we don't even give 50% of a damn. So let's begin. Greetings, my dear readers. My name is Tufti, and I have traveled from time to share some wisdom with you. Time is infinite, allowing us to go wherever we desire, whenever we desire. You were born into this world without a manual on self-instruction, and while you were taught basic skills like hygiene, you lack knowledge about yourself and the world around you. Your opinions and actions may not be entirely your own, but rather implanted in you. You may believe you are in control of your thoughts and actions, but it is crucial to understand that controlling your thoughts is just as important. So, let us begin with the truth about reality. Reality is not as simple as you may think. It is multi-layered, like an onion. You are familiar with only two layers, the physical world you inhabit and the dream world you enter when you sleep. The dream world is not just your imagination, it is real and holds every experience that was, is, or could be. When you dream, you are watching a film from this archive, making your dream both real and illusory at the same time. Reality is a fleeting moment, existing only in the present, while your soul moves from one incarnation to the next. You may have been a fish or a dinosaur in a past life, and while you may not remember, your soul retains every experience. The body is merely a temporary vessel for the soul, and it can exist in many forms. The fundamental qualities of life are movement and transformation, as demonstrated by a film reel moving through frames or a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. At your current stage of evolution, you may be like a small and unpleasant caterpillar, but there is always room for growth and improvement. Back when, in your early days, you didn't distinguish between this world and that of dreams. But the grown-ups shattered this belief, telling you that dreams were a mere figment of your imagination, not real. However, this was a false belief, as the dream world is just as real, existing in another space. Moving between these spaces happens when you wake up or fall asleep. Although this concept may seem surprising or scary, you can learn to control your reality. There are 3 similarities and 1 difference between dreaming and waking. Firstly, you are helpless in both states as reality exists independently of your will. Secondly, reality moves like a frame in a film roll. And thirdly, this movement can be controlled. However, you may not control it as your attention is stuck in the current frame. What is sleep? It is a reflexive state where your attention is immersed in either the inner or outer screen, rendering you helpless. To wake up, you must shift your attention away from these screens to your awareness center. You are quite capable of doing this. It's easy. Start by tapping your fingers around your nose and ask yourself where your attention was just now. Were you daydreaming or completely focused on something? Try to find a middle point between the 2 screens to observe your thoughts and what is happening around you. This will allow you to see the reality that surrounds you and yourself within it. Most people focus solely on the outer screen and are taught to ignore the inner screen, but this can lead to despair and an inability to take effective action. To change this, you need to wake up and bring your attention to the awareness center, which is an observation point that allows you to see where your attention is directed and what is going on around you. By doing this, you can stay aware and in control of yourself and the situation. Try to hold this state of awareness for at least an hour and go for a walk in a place where nobody knows you. This will give you a free walk through a dream and allow you to experience a state of clarity where you are in control of yourself and your surroundings. In fact, any situation has the potential to become a dream and control you, which is the opposite of what many people believe. But when you become self-aware, you can free yourself and gain control over your dreams, whether you're asleep or awake. This means that you have the ability to control the situation around you. Try going for a walk and paying attention to your surroundings. When you enter a shop, greet the staff, look around, and observe their reactions. Make sure to stay focused and aware by directing your attention to the present moment. You'll notice that people are more curious and friendly towards you than before because they are still asleep and unaware of their surroundings. They are like characters in a movie, while you have woken up from the dream and are now in control of your reality. Your energy flows differently when you are in a state of conscious awareness, which can be felt subconsciously by others. By learning to drive your reality, you can attract positive experiences and make new friends. However, it's important to stay grounded and not let your newfound power drive you mad. If you have already experienced a waking dream, you know that reality is like a movie where some people are still asleep and following a script, while you are a living character in control of your own destiny. It's easy to get lost in the screen and fall back into a dream, so stay alert and focused on the present moment. Have you ever been so distracted or caught up in something that you lose all sense of awareness and control? It's as if you're a character in a movie, following a predetermined script, without even realizing it. But who's in control of your soul in these moments? The answer is simple: the external script. Whether you're awake or asleep, you're still a part of this movie, but the moment you take control of your attention, the script loses its hold on you. You'll still have to go about your daily routine, but you'll do it with more awareness and control. Unlike the other characters in the movie who are asleep, you'll be able to consciously control your will and master your reality. You have the power to wake up in the dream and even go 2 levels higher by waking up in reality. The characters in a dream have no self-awareness, personal identity, or free will. They're simply templates or mannequins following the script. But you, as a living person, have a soul, will, and self-perception. Your self-awareness may sleep, but you have the power to wake it up and take control of your will. So, take advantage of this moment to explore your self-awareness and control. Let's review what we have discussed so far. In your typical state of consciousness, you are like characters in a movie. If you are not in control of your attention, you are not in control of your soul. Your actions are directed by an external script that keeps you engaged in the movie. This is true for both waking and sleeping life, as you take part in both as a character with a predetermined role. If you doubt that your actions are predetermined, consider where your attention was just now. It most likely belonged to the external script that is directing your actions. You are essentially your attention, and if you do not have control over it, the external script controls you. But if you take control of your attention, you become an active participant in the movie and can act as you see fit. You become a responsible character who can freely navigate the dream. You can practice this in both waking and sleeping life, but it is more important to have this ability in waking life, as it is the reality. Your attention tends to drift away from the center of your awareness, and you must train yourself to bring it back. The goal is not to hold your attention in the center all the time, but rather to develop the ability to respond to what is happening. Any event should serve as a signal to awaken, rather than lull you into sleep. It takes effort and practice to develop this habit, but it is necessary if you want to be in control of your actions and live an authentic life. To maintain focus, it's essential to be mindful of external and internal triggers. External triggers such as meeting someone or hearing a sound can grab our attention, so it's crucial to stay centered and not lose control of our focus. Similarly, internal triggers like preparing for an action or conversation require bringing attention to the center before doing anything. This habit of tracking attention takes practice, like in martial arts, but eventually, it can help us control our lives. However, having this advantage over others shouldn't lead to arrogance or condescension towards those still asleep. We must observe quietly and pretend to be asleep to avoid punishment from reality. As we learned in the previous lesson, reality exists only in the present moment, and everything else, including the past and future, is virtual information stored in an archive. Clairvoyants can access this information by opening the media that carries it. So, focus on the present, develop control over your attention, and approach others with kindness and humility. The film archive is an intangible entity, like the ether that hangs in the dream space. In both sleeping and waking realities, the dream space is whole, and what you see in your dreams can be either past or future, but its actual occurrence is not predetermined as there are countless possibilities. The dream space serves as a single film archive that one can watch and exist within, but one only exists in each frame once. Subsequent frames are new realizations, upgrading everything from living to non-living things, except for the souls of living beings, which remain unchanged. Life exists in both animate and inanimate forms, and it can influence and compose reality. Composing reality means choosing the film role and determining the direction in which the frame is moving, but most people fail to utilize this opportunity. Instead, they try to change their reality within the current frame, which is impossible as the past cannot be changed. The present moment differs little from the past, and the future is not up to individuals as they are continually enmeshed in the illusion of the present. Despite thinking they are conscious of their actions, they are merely twitching their paws and being carried along by the script. The actuality of life is that which has already occurred, and the future does not depend on individuals. To set yourself up for success, it's important to accept and acknowledge the reality of your current life rather than resisting it. This may seem strange and unfamiliar at first, but it's still the same reality you're used to, just with a different perspective. Don't bother asking me about things like why film archives exist or who captured them. Those details are not important. Instead, focus on the present moment and the future you want to create. You have control over your attention and intention, which are key to shaping your future. Your attention determines your level of awareness, while your intention drives your actions. However, you must use both your inner and outer intention centers to create the future you want. Your inner intention center is responsible for basic functions and is located in the front of your skull, while your outer intention center is located in your energy plexus, at the tip of your intention plate. By focusing your attention on this outer intention center and visualizing the future you desire, you can manifest it into physical reality. Don't be bogged down by your current situation or the limitations of your own perception. Learn to use your intention plate to break free from the trap of your current reality and create the future you want. And now that we've given you the overview, it's Ryan's turn. Ryan, are you ready?
Yes, Vic, I'm ready to go. And now, Tufti summary in 56 parts. Number 1. When you are immersed in either one of the screens, you are not yourself. You aren't in control of yourself or the situation. But when you become self-aware, you free yourself, and from that moment on, your dreaming, whether asleep or in waking, becomes conscious. Number 2. When you are in this state, you may come across as a little otherworldly. You may attract the attention and goodwill of those around you, but that is just the start. Be smart and learn to drive reality. Number 3. You can't call your soul your own because your attention is not your own. When you learn to wake up in the dream, try the following experiment: ask a dream mannequin who they are. they won't say they are themselves, because they don't have a self. Number 4. The film rolls of dreams are stored in the Eternity Archive. They have always been there and always will be, for as long as this universe exists. Living people have a soul, will, and self-perception. They can say, I am myself. Number 5. You are characters in a film. If your attention is not your own, your soul is not your own. You are directed by an external script that wires you into the film. You can take control of your attention and become a responsible, sane character who can freely roam around in the dream. Number 6. You have woken up in a dream. You have acquired strength and awareness while those around you continue to sleep. Do not treat others with arrogance or condescension. Number 7. You must remember to track your attention. As soon as something happens, you wake up. Before doing anything, you wake up again. If you do this, you will develop the habit of controlling your attention, and eventually, your life. Number 8. You must compose reality ahead of time, instead of fighting the current circumstances of your life. But you try to change your reality within the current frame. You cannot change what has already happened. But that is what you are trying to do because everything that surrounds you is that which has already happened. Number 9. The future depends on you. You can choose the film roll, along which the next frame will move. To do this, you must first take into your head the idea of it. Your actions are realized through action when your intention is wedged inside the current frame. Number 10. The principle of the outer center is simple. You transfer your attention to the end of the plait and imagine the picture of any event you would like to attract into your life. This illuminates the future frame, and what you visualized becomes manifest in physical reality. Number 11. The plait is a technique that allows you to turn your inner thoughts and images into reality. It is not essential to keep your attention focused on the tip of the plait, but it is important that your thoughts, words, and images are in tandem with it. Number 12. You can fulfill immediate desires by inserting a frame into a successful film roll. You wake up, activate the plait, and without losing a sense of the plait, imagine that what you desire is coming true. Then you can let go of the feeling of the plait and continue to operate as normal. Number 13. You are the characters in a film roll, in the life that is happening to you. You don't live your life, but your life happens to you. Neither the dream mannequin nor the hero of the motion picture are capable of distinguishing the illusion of their actions. So why would you think that you would be capable of doing so? Number 14. You are not aware of what you are doing and fail to see through the illusion. You have your own mannequins in the film stored in the Eternity Archive. When you watch one of these films in a dream, your consciousness finds a mannequin, which comes to life and becomes you in the current frame. Number 15. You are a character in a film, and this is simultaneously an illusion and a trap. You are not free to daydream because you are bound by the choice of fate. You are directed by a strict script, and for this reason, you are free to daydream but bound in your choice of fate. Number 16. When you expect something, don't wait or hope, instead, compose reality. When you intend to do something, don't rush to get it done. First, compose reality. Then, wake up and see yourself and reality. Number 17. To free yourself from the trap, you must shift into active gear. You must constantly practice managing the upcoming frame. You must expect, intention, and problem solve immediately. You must compose events that are unknown, but also compose things that are likely to come true. Number 18. You must practice reprogramming your mindset so that you can accept the new reality. You can't do this alone, you must do it with the help of a friend. It will take time for you to adjust, but you must keep trying until you finally believe that you are capable of composing reality. Number 19. The method of awakening and illumination separates you from the script. You are mannequins, step down from the window going about your business. You are still in the film, but at the same time, you have dropped out of the sequence. You can create your own film. Number 20. Your task is not to force reality to comply with you, but to allow it to come to you of its own accord. Don't force it. The principle is not to grasp hold of reality, but to illuminate it with the outer center, the plait. You are simultaneously the film projector and the viewer. Number 21. You were originally conceived to be luminescent creatures, looking ahead. To shine, you must concentrate, not effort. If the muscles are strained, the inner intention center has been triggered. Follow the illumination method in a calm, relaxed manner. Number 22. The world beyond the mirror is a matter of self-awareness and arbitrary control over your own motives and actions. You move reality with attention, intention, and meta power. You will gradually understand what meta power is and how to use it. Number 23. When you are not self-aware, the script pulls you along by the tip of your plait. You can't apply physical force to an immaterial object or space, so here, what works is force, and there, what works is meta power. Number 24. The imitation game is all about navigating around the constraints of objective reality. You may not agree with the script, but you can't do anything about it. You may try to defy it, but nothing will come of it. Number 25. You can only propel virtual reality in a state of waking presence. You can't influence physical reality. When you are awakened in waking life, your attention crosses the mirror boundary and ends up in your virtual mannequin. When you fall asleep in bed and see a dream, the same thing happens, only the quality of it is different. Number 26. In the Eternity Archive, film rolls are arranged in parallel. The scripts of the film rolls placed most closely differ only in minor nuances. You must focus your attention on the impending frame. Trying to influence the course of events is pointless. Number 27. To avoid distorting reality, you must make a habit of taking the advantage from any disappointing situation. Instead of wrestling with reality and being single-minded, you should seek the advantage in any situation. Number 28. The advantage method involves catching yourself playing out the non-acceptance activator, waking up, and asking yourself what advantage there might be in the situation. If an answer comes to you, accept it and reap the benefit. If nothing comes to you, try and accept the situation for what it is. Number 29. The script will arrange itself so that it is achieved. By insisting on your own plan, you get in the way of the design. By expressing non-acceptance, you compose a reality that is even worse. By choosing to seek advantage, you reap the benefit. Number 30. The advantage principle is everything in one vial: tracking, imitation, being present, and composing reality. You must look at reality askance when you track the advantage. You must not act in the same direct manner as you are used to, because that will draw attention to yourself. Number 31. You are always being led by the script. You don't realize how much you are being led by the script, because you are so caught up in reality that you don't notice the script. You are the obedient character of a game. Number 32. You must understand that it is not possible to directly influence either the local script or the general course of events. You can only grasp the edge of the canvas of reality and use some of its components. Number 33. You can change yourself and your mannequin by composing your own reflection. You can change your desires and hopes, and they will not affect the script. By changing yourself, you can change your mannequin and your reality. Number 34. You must change yourself, without changing your core identity. You can work on self-development while maintaining your true self. It is not easy to accept your uniqueness, but it is worth it. Accept your shortcomings, and they may become your unique qualities. Number 35. You must develop while maintaining your true self. You must change without betraying yourself. You must be audacious enough to let yourself be so. You decide for yourself the kind of person you want to be. You are more than capable of doing so. Number 36. To become magnificent, you must leave your state of stagnation and degradation. The way out is to find your life purpose, and then take steps towards it. Your life purpose is your route to self-realization. Without a life purpose, life is nothing more than mindless existence. Number 37. You must find your life purpose and begin moving towards it. Your life purpose is what inspires you and benefits others as well as yourself. You may not know what your life purpose is, but the spark of the Creator knows. Number 38. To propel yourself in relation to other people, you must compose an image. To propel yourself in relation to the reality of your everyday life, you must compose a reflection. In a general sense, the act of propelling involves being consciously aware of your motives and actions. Number 39. You can create a new you in a new reality via the plait. Think big, but make sure your goals are realistic. Soon, you'll be doing things you didn't previously think yourself capable of doing. New abilities appear and develop on new film roles. Number 40. The third action is to propel yourself and improve yourself. It is important to be realistic and understand that sofa metaphysics alone are not enough. You must take action that is equivalent to the material plane. Do everything you can to achieve your goal within the current frame and shape your new self. Number 41. When you're doing this, be open to allow in information concerning your new mannequin and new reality and try yourself out in this new role, as far as circumstances will allow. You may find certain types of mental construct supportive, such as thought forms. Number 42. The third type of action is necessary to improve your physical attractiveness. You must focus on the inner qualities that you consider to be your shortcomings, and you must acquire certain virtues. With the acquisition of these virtues, your complex will fall away and you will change so much that people will no longer recognize you. Number 43. The brain has three main functions: perceiving your environment and interpreting it, thought storage, and condition, or the feeling of yourself as you were when you were created by nature. The brain does not generate thoughts or store memories. It simply reads information. Number 44. You not only create your own new reality, but you also create yourself anew by attuning to the new you. When you achieve this new state of being, your thought forms will be transformed into thought markers. Number 45. Thought forms are affirmations that attempt to prove their validity. They are ineffective at achieving their goal. Thought markers, on the other hand, are descriptions of something that has already happened and no longer requires proof. Number 46. The brain works as a receiver, attuning to memory, thought, and condition. The brain has three main functions: perception, interpretation, and setting. The brain does not invent anything, it reads information from the eternity archive. Number 47. You can only compose your new self by using the reality mirror and the plait. Don't try and compose your new mannequin while looking in a normal mirror. When you stand in front of a flat mirror, you can only note positive developments while ignoring your shortcomings. Number 48. The path of self-development is the only path that will never let you down. You must manage your condition, because it is the key to your design. The condition will not let you down, because it is you who are managing it. Number 49. The sweetness in the term sweet harmony is not related to marmalade. It refers to harmony, which means that all is well in your life. It also refers to pleasure and delight, which are the sweet aspects of life. Number 50. You can attract people and a successful reality by radiating happiness, love, comfort, and joy. People are drawn to those with good fortune, those who know how to create the sweet life. Number 51. The plait is a feeling of pressure or oppression that comes from behind. It is a sense of presence that can manifest itself in different ways. It might be something you can actually feel, but if you have to imagine it, that's fine too. Number 52. The plait is an advanced technique that makes the energy flow even more effective. It is triggered by a flow of energy that rises up along the central axis of your body. On an in-breath, imagine a certain sensation rising from your feet up to your head. On the out-breath, imagine the reverse flow, from the top down. Number 53. The plait is a technique that allows you to activate both energy flows. It is a simple exercise that involves taking an in-breath, and on the out-breath imagining the arrow moving at an angle away from your back. Then send the arrow into a vertical downward position, triggering both energy flows. Number 54. You have the right to personal power, which you have accumulated over the course of your past life incarnations. The meaning of life is in life itself, and life is enough. The value of all things in existence is equal. Number 55. You have the right to the personal power and strength accumulated over the course of numerous incarnations. No one has told you this before, but I am telling you now. Number 56. The final point. Words are not enough. You must use the plait to make your declaration, and you must do so whenever you feel the need. You will notice an increase in your personal power, self-confidence, and strength of spirit.